Hi everyone, I hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to my channel. I am your favorite YouTuber, coach, and course creator, and today we are going to be reading your success stories. And let me tell you, these are going to blow your fucking mind. But before we get into these incredible manifestations, I need to call you out on something real quick. You're watching this video right now because you're done with fucking around when it comes to manifesting your desires. You've watched every single YouTube video and you've tried every single technique under the sun. You've affirmed until your brain hurts and you still don't have your desired reality. You want to know why? Because information without application is just mental masturbation. You don't need another fucking technique. You need someone to call you out on your bullshit stories that you've been telling yourself. You need to catch your limiting beliefs in real time before they destroy your fucking manifestation progress. I don't give a fuck who says that your limiting beliefs do not exist. Yes, they do. We're not doing this practice every single day and staying stuck in our limiting beliefs or digging for them. We are identifying them, labeling them as not true, and saying what gets to be true for us, aka what it is that we want in our desired reality. Very simple. That is where I come in. Listen, if you need deep transformation, my VIP intensive is calling your name. For 7 full days, I am literally in your pocket. And I'm so excited about this because I just launched it. The clients that have jumped on to this offer have been seeing crazy results already in the 7 days haven't even been up. You get unlimited voice messages, daily personalized coaching, real-time guidance when you're spiraling. I create a custom manifestation routine for you to do every single day based on your goals, your preferences, your personality. And guess what? I'm gonna be knowing your motherfucking time zone. So I'm gonna be on your ass morning, day, and night. This is me in your corner, keeping you accountable for 7 days straight. I only take 3 clients per month because this is intensive, so I would grab this offer ASAP. And if you need targeted support without that fully intensive commitment, I have 1, 3, 6, or 9 email coaching packages, one-on-one coaching for you that is available on ritakaminski.com/coaching. You send me your specific questions and challenges, what is going on in your life, your circumstances, what you have doubts about, and I give you customized guidance, personalized techniques, actionable strategies tailored specifically to your situation. If you book the 6 or 9 email coaching packages, it actually comes out cheaper than booking a 3 or 1 coaching package per email. It's way more affordable and you still get that expert support that cuts through the resistance and gets you your results. The links are in the description box down below. Your manifestation is already done and the only question is how long you're going to make yourself wait for it. Now, this is the best YouTube video that you will ever watch. This is groundbreaking. This is going to make you a master manifester and believe in law of assumption that much more. So please like this video. I would really appreciate it. And with that, let's get into these success stories. By the way, these are taken from my Facebook group and my Discord chat. So the Facebook group you can join for free. The link will be in the description box down below. It's called Rita Kaminski's Baddies, LOA Baddies, and you can click that link and you will get access to that. Now, the Discord group you can join our Baddies members only community here on YouTube for $9.99 a month, and you will have access to that Discord as well. Manifestation story, my boyfriend became clingy. So I decided to internalize the affirmation, he's obsessed with me, he gets bored with other girls, which is from Rita's videos. That just changed something within me in an instant. I used to have anxiety attachment issues, so I got super restless and clingy to my partner. But after that affirmation, I felt some sort of confidence and relief. There were times I almost relapsed though, when he didn't call or text me during the day. But when I assumed the thought process, oh, he's dying to call and text me, he's just fighting the urge, and so I felt better after a few secs. After 2 days, we had to go to the countryside and I didn't even have signal to contact him that much. Maybe it was the catalyst for him to miss me, I don't know. But when I came back home from the countryside, he didn't talk to me that much yet. So he texted me, I kind of missed you, but he wasn't super clingy. I then kept the assumption he's really fighting the urge to call and text me, isn't he? It was day 5 or 6 when he kept calling and chatting me. He would send random things about his day, like pics or vids about good mornings. You don't know how happy I am, y'all. But yeah, one pic is from day 7 when he finally admitted that he felt clingy. So yeah, you might get mad at me for the missed calls, but I was on Do Not Disturb, so she had her phone on Do Not Disturb, and then she had a bunch of missed calls from him. That is so funny. Yeah, so when you internalize that affirmation and then you just go on about your day, like, your reality will line up for it to happen in the best non-resistant way for you. So that was her going to the countryside. Her phone was on Do Not Disturb, and I'm guessing she was detached from the manifestation because she was so busy with being in the countryside. And your SP feels that, y'all. Like, thought transmission is real. If they feel you constantly checking your phone, they're going to also feel you being away from your phone and having the best time of your life. That's why I always say follow your happiness. I am manifesting endless abundance. I was feeling a little tight about money this holiday season, but then I realized abundance is not about what's in my bank account. It's about what I feel inside about abundance. And without really looking at my bank account, I have been spending what I want to spend. I invested in stocks. I spent hundreds of dollars buying Christmas gifts for my friends, and the money is just showing up somehow. I have always been good with money and manifesting money from thin air. That's really easy for me. No one would believe I barely have $200 in my bank account, but ended up spending over $500 in gifts, stocks, and bills. Not through credit card. God's unlimited abundance flows through me. Yeah, it's not about somehow. You changed the way that you felt about abundance, and so your reality had to reflect that. Success story again. You know what, Rita Kaminsky, you actually are a queen, and you made my life so beautiful that I can't thank you enough. I always dreamt of a relationship where I will be pampered and my boyfriend husband will love me so much that he can do anything to make me feel special or to show his love. I did a lot, followed a lot, but he could not be manifested before. But after following you and following your advice, I got what I wanted, of course. On 15th of February, it's our anniversary. Me and my SP first met that day. So this year, he has arranged a staycation for us in a resort to celebrate the anniversary. That is so cute. I did not expect that, and he literally said that I will do anything to keep you happy. Thank you so much, Queen. Take love. Period. Success story. Oh my god, my SP texted me while I was literally crying and being upset and impatient with the 3D. All I did was affirm 2 things robotically, which was he texted me and things always work well for me when I'm under pressure. That's a good one. I think me affirming that made me get results while feeling the opposite. Yeah, because you don't have to feel that you have that thing right now, and you can feel like shit. You can just affirm, and that repetition will penetrate your subconscious mind. It's just not your job to figure out when and how that will be. SP success story. I used to chase my SP, always trying, always fearing I'd lose him. I won't go into past. 3 months of constant effort in the 3D until one day I said enough. I started living for me, dressing up, going to concerts, dating myself first. I even got on a dating app and men treated me like a queen. One even said that I'm a goddess. That's when I blocked SP from everywhere. Ha! Slowly I started feeling SP is just one of the options in the list, and I'll decide if I even need him. That's the power of changing your assumption. And guess what? He came back crawling, period. But when he did, I felt so normal, like it wasn't even a big deal. P.S. I have doubted, cried, but once I literally felt I am the prize, I could feel something shift in me. Also, my ex, who acted so pricey 2 years back, came back too. I feel like there is a buffet of men around and you have to pick the best one. You're the queen. Or I might not pick anyone and continue loving myself all throughout this life. I am the god of my reality and I do what I want to do. The moment you stop chasing and start living, the world chases you. Live your life. That is some phenomenal advice, and that's what I always say. SP success story. I'm living proof that patience, faith, and self-love work. There was a time when I overthought, chased, and doubted. But the moment I shifted into living my life, focusing on myself, and truly embodying the energy of being chosen, everything changed. Step by step, my SP started reflecting that shift. From small reassurances to playful talks to the dropping hints of wanting peace, and now he's back. The best part, it didn't feel forced. It felt natural, effortless, like it was always meant to be. If you're manifesting your SP, trust the process. Work on your self-concept, live fully, and know that what is yours can never be taken away. Because I am chosen. I am loved. I am secure. And my SP is back with me. Of course, and he has to reflect that back to you. Update, SP is going out of the way to make me feel like a queen. I'm not even surprised. Isn't that how it's supposed to be? Absolutely normal. That's the thing, like, you guys don't realize that you're doing all of this work now, but then you won't have to do anything. You'll just like sit back and see the fruits of your labor unfold, and it's just so fun and so beautiful. So affirm now, get your manifestation very soon after. After robotically affirming I am chosen, SP is my boyfriend for 4 days. He reached out after 5 months of no contact. That is beautiful. Still affirming for the full manifestation, but progress is so sweet. Yeah, and totally, like, it's totally fine to manifest in small parts as well. That's what I definitely do, and it helps you manifest faster because you're less resistant. You're able to see things that are smaller a little bit more realistic to you, which isn't the goal, but if you release resistance, that's when your manifestation comes instantly. So that is the goal, to just release resistance as much as possible while also being consistent. I received unexpected money and 3 texts from realtors about moving forward with my house. I began feeling anxious because I didn't know what to do next and who to reach out to, but your videos about inspired action helped me stay in the state. After applying your advice, I'm following the actions that make me feel excited or feel natural while reminding myself I don't have to do anything either because it's done. Yeah, following inspired action has helped me so much through my anxiety. When you just follow your inspired action, and that could be not doing anything at all, by the way, you will get your manifestation. Success story. I was affirming for weeks for my SP baby daddy to come meet up with me. We also had a fight twice. We're all good now. He texted me out of the blue and asked me if I wanted to meet up on Saturday. I did say no because I want to focus on getting a job, and he's okay with it though. I'll be honest, before I was so impatient and needy. I'm still like that now, but I've come to the realization that it's okay to give my manifestations a break. I'm not staying to give up on it entirely. I forgot to mention that I was taking a break from affirming on my SP because I wanted to focus on manifesting a job. I love that so much. Yeah, the theme so far is like you will literally manifest your thing if you just focus on your other manifestation, or you just focus on your life because you are so excited about something else and you're distracted about that manifestation. That again releases the resistance. SP success stories. So the 3D finally catches up to my manifestation. Me and my SP broke up 2 years ago. The same year we broke up, I was manifesting him, focused on him. The next year that I got tired of constantly focusing on him, that I just went whatever about him. I didn't care anymore about the outcome. I just manifested that I am receiving the love that I deserve. And just this year, he and I got the chance to talk again. We settled the past issues we had, talked about what went wrong, and he initiated the conversation about us getting back together. I said we should take it slow, and that's what we're doing right now. He's showing up the way I want to, and I'm receiving the romantic love I want. I love that you guys, after manifesting your shit, you become like certain that you are the creator of your reality. So you are the controller now. You get to run the show. You're telling him to back off. And I noticed that with the other success story as well. That is beautiful. I wasn't consciously manifesting anything in particular, but my former SP is determined that I'm his and I'm not. So today he blown up messenger, commented on my YouTube video, sending me texts, and last messages pic. He knows I am in a wonderful relationship, so he can keep messaging. He already had his chance. If I was desperate, he might win, but I'm good, so it's a win for me on Wednesday. I am persisting in my wonderful consciously created relationship. Thank you, Rita. Have fun, everyone. Life is too brief for everything else. Ain't that the truth? I love that. That's so beautiful. I love you since I was 11 and the shit won't go away. And that is from one of my mods. I absolutely love her. I just keep everyone anonymous because it would literally take me 5 years to ask for permission for everyone. So I'm just keeping it anonymous. But if you guys want to tell like us in the comments about your success stories, or if you were a part of the success story, you can go ahead and do that. But yeah, I would love for you guys to share more success stories in the comments so we get even more success stories, so we can be inspired about law of assumption and be able to manifest our dream lives. Robotic affirmation works. Okay, so here's what's been happening lately. Me and my boyfriend SP broke up a few months ago and was in no contact for like 2 months. At that time, I'm learning about LOA all over again in a new perspective because I know that manifesting him works. I already manifested him back, and that doing it a second time around is not going to be hard. From what I've learned, I tend to go and think of the opposite of what I want whenever I visualize. It's the old me that's doing that, by the way, but I do not feed it any attention and just keep on visualizing and doing some affirmation here and there. In those months of no contact, SP would constantly watch my Instagram stories. No matter how many there are, he watches it all. And then this December, I started doing robotic affirmation just for fun. I kid you not, just a few days of affirming, he reached out, apologizing for his avoidant behavior. He actually said he was being avoided and asked, yeah, because everyone is you pushed out, and asked if we can hang out, which is the exact thing that I affirmed. After that, I added the affirmation, he loves hearing my voice, he calls me all the time, and that same day he asked if we can call, period. It's definitely a positive movement, but I'm manifesting for a relationship with him, and I'm gonna keep you guys updated. Don't worry about your circumstances, because this dude literally told me that we are over, but he cannot stay away from me. Yes, that's why I love robotic affirmations, because most of y'all are resistant as fuck, including me. And when you keep on repeating the affirmations over and over again, it penetrates your subconscious mind whether you like it or not. That's also why I love subliminals. So yeah, updated success story. I finally got it. I was the girl who kept getting a lot of signs from different car colors these past few weeks. I also learnt my SP was having thoughts of me while being intimate with an 3P. Things died down, and while I continued to get signs, my 3D was not cooperative. I kept affirming, tried writing in my journal my perfect narrative on how the day's events would go, and listened to hours of loops of my affirmations on the Parrot app. Well, it worked. 3P, who was so persistent because I kept wavering, is gone. It all happened in a flash. They seemed to be going strong just last week when it all came crumbling. They decided a relationship wasn't good, so they would just be friends with benefits. And then yesterday, my SP cut off that friends with benefits connection, saying he can't do it anymore. Well, my friends and I went to a party at SP's house. I wasn't planning to go until he asked me to yesterday morning, winky face. And by midnight, there were 5 of us left. 2 of them went upstairs and another one fell asleep on a mattress at our feet. So it was just SP and I awake. We also had one bed. Eye emoji. We fell asleep on opposite sides of the bed, and then he woke up at 4 a.m. whispering in my ear, "What are you trying to do here? Are you testing me?" When I noticed that we were spooning, I joked around with him and we separated ourselves again and went back to sleep. Around 9 a.m. we both woke up facing each other very close. Get this, he had moved to my side of the bed. Period. We talked and I was complaining about how I had to go to work, so he told me to just go back to sleep. When I tell you, we stayed in our bed for 3 hours awake and semi-cuddling and floating with each other. I'm being so for real. Our skin was touching and he kept pulling me closer with the covers. Ooh, it's getting spicy, y'all. I love this. I could feel the tension the whole time. I got butterflies in my stomach. Keep going, guys. You absolutely got this. It is already done. Notice how confident this person is. Like, that's how you gotta be. Doesn't freaking matter if they have 500 SPs. He and you are in a perfect committed relationship together. And that is it. And that's what it's going to be. Celebrity success story. I manifested for 2 well-known celebrities to come to my smallish rural Canadian town of about 5,000 people. We are only accessible by boat or plane, and our town isn't very well known unless you're from our area or are a tourist from the nearest major city. That is so cool. First one is the actor Tom Holland, which is pretty cool. As of today, he's allegedly still in town. I'm not sure why he's here, as if he doesn't seem to be here for a movie being filmed, but I thought a few weeks ago that it would be cool to meet him since he's a trained ballet dancer and I myself am a dancer. I found out last Wednesday he came to town, and lots of the dancers at my studio were so excited. He's really nice. Second celebrity is Kristen Kruk, who is most known for her role as Lana Lang on the TV series Smallville. Oh yeah, I started watching the show recently and really liked her character, so I thought to myself, how cool would it be to meet Lana in person? Well, it turns out she's quite literally in my town now as I post this, so that was pretty instant. That is amazing, especially because your town is so like inaccessible. That's really, really cool. If you can manifest 2 celebrities coming to your inaccessible town, imagine what else you can manifest. And this goes to all of you. Hey everyone, I have a money manifestation success story to share with you all. I'm a stock trader, and on 1st of June, I decided to manifest 100,000 from crypto, and guess what? It actually happened. Every day, just for 10 minutes, 3 times a day, I affirmed I made 100,000 from crypto. Love and abundance to you all. I absolutely love the 10-minute method. Yeah, I've been doing it myself. I started it yesterday. Funny you should mention it. And I've been loving it so far. I actually feel like I am more in the Sabbath state with my desires. A small instant manifestation success story. Hey guys, so today I was traveling by metro and I was feeling sick. I had to travel 1 hour by metro, but I didn't get any seat. So I saw a man sitting in front of me. I repeated in my mind that you're going to get up, and kept on repeating it for 5 minutes. I kid you not, he got up from his seat and got down in the next station. I was so shocked because I couldn't believe I did that. I thought it must be a coincidence. Then I thought, how would I know that he was getting down in the next station? And it happened after I started affirming. I was so happy at that moment. Also, I've had an affirmation that I always manifest instantly. That means it's confirming now. Okay guys, so I had to move because my camera kept being overheated. So I've put it right in front of my AC, so hopefully it doesn't do that, because I just know this is going to be a long video. I want to share as many law of assumption success stories as possible with y'all. That is absolutely beautiful. There is no such thing as coincidences. You literally manifested that. That's the thing. Like, law of assumption is not just to manifest your SP. You can use the law of assumption to manifest absolutely anything. People leaving the premises, something not being as busy or as populated. For example, I went to Europe last year and I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be so like peaceful. And everywhere that I went, mind you, I went in July, which is like peak season. Everywhere that I went, there was barely any people, because that's what I assumed. SP success story. Someone please tell me how within 1 week we went from wanting to be friends with benefits to him saying, I'm so in love with you and I always have been. I'm truly shocked. I affirmed since last Sunday. He's instantly in love with me. And last night we had the most perfect night and he told me that he's in love with me. Yes. We've been on and off for about 2 years, and when I learned about law of assumption, I was determined, y'all, to be back with my man. He slipped last night and called me his girlfriend, and he slipped with saying I love you, like 2 big slips in 1 night. My affirmations working within less than a week is something I've not experienced before, so this is your sign to never ever give up on your manifestations or desires. Why? Because it's already yours. We for real went from friends with benefits in 1 week to back in love. Tell me how that's possible. Girl, I am truly astounded and grateful beyond belief. Y'all got this. Keep persisting. Your SP is yours, period. Love you all. Keep persisting. It is yours. Yes. And literally all you have to do is affirm and keep being consistent with it and not give up until it fully manifests into your life. Like, it just seems way too easy for me. Oh my God, this is my success story. I manifested my student loans to be reduced. I manifest more money coming in, and this is a reflection of that. Like I always say, do not worry about the how. It will just happen in a way you wouldn't have imagined. But if one person had to move, or hell, the whole government has to move, it will. Because that's the law. That's the law of assumption. As you can see, the text says, we've applied the government 20% reduction to your student debt. View your balance on the ATO app or online services. So I have a big student loan, which has now been decreased by 20%, which is very, very good. Marriage success story. I shared my success story previously that I got commitment from my SP within 2 months, including 3P removal. I got commitment from my SP on 24th of December 2023, and finally I got married to my SP on 20th November 2024. Everything has been possible for Rita Kaminsky. Thank you so much, Queen, for all your guidance. I love you guys so much. All you guys have to do is just do the work. Like, just be in the state where you have your manifestation, whether that means through affirmations, through sats, whatever. You have to decide that, unless you want coaching with me, and I will decide it for you, and we will get your stuff together, you and me. Yes, it's gonna be so much fun, trust me. Success story. I watched Rita's Manifest in 3 Days video just yesterday. I am manifesting a committed relationship with my SP and working through my doubts and fears. But after watching the video yesterday, I decided to put my foot down and manifest consistent communication. Old story, my SP and I were kind of in contact, and I used to initiate contact all the time. He also didn't call on weekdays, saying he was busy at work. He also replied very slowly. Consistent communication was something I had a lot of doubts and resistance around, since I was very hurt with how seldom my SP initiated contact. Mind you, he even told me not to blow up his phone a little over a week ago. I simply decided that I was going to get my manifestation in 3 days. Then I started affirming. I've done robotic affirming before, so my brain naturally picked up on the affirmations I was repeating. When I woke up today, I just did my morning routine and got busy doing work. I didn't have time to affirm, but I had onto my conviction that I was getting consistent contact from him. This is like inspiring me so much. You guys like are the best, and I love you. And this is making me wanna freaking affirm nonstop and do all of the things. I love you guys. I locked my phone and I didn't pick up because I was so busy. And guess who texted me in the middle of his workday? I only saw it about 2 hours after he sent me a message because I was so busy. This honestly greatly increased my faith in the law and in myself. I found affirming helpful, but I think it was my conviction that really made the difference. Good luck to everyone on their journey here. And I think that's why the 10-minute method is really good, because you can do it in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening, and you will do it with conviction as much as possible. And then throughout the day, you're just like robotically affirming to seal in that repetition. So your resistance is going to go away, and also you're consistently living in the end by doing this 10-minute method, and you're constantly just reminding yourself, I have this, I have this, I have this, and that is absolutely perfect. That's what is going to help you get there, especially when you have so many limiting beliefs and resistance around this manifestation. You don't even need 3 days. I love this. I love where this is going. 24-hour SP success story. Me and SP have been in period of no contact after a very hot and cold 8 months. Sounds saucy. I was so determined to turn the relationship around. I started unwavering, affirming that he's madly in love with me and constantly texting and calling. Yesterday, my car broke down and I texted him and asked him to pick me up after not speaking properly for months. He did and took me home. Afterwards, I persisted in the assumption that he's madly in love with me, he's completely obsessed, and he's always chasing me. Literally, you started affirming and your car had to break down for you to call him to pick you up. That unfolded a series of events. Well, today he fully conformed. Oh my God. You know who I am right now? I'm giving very much and I'm feeling very much like, oh my God, I forgot her name. Karuchi, where she's on vacation, she's on her phone, like kicking her feet back and laughing. That's how you guys got me feeling, twiddling my toes and shit in anticipation. Like, you guys are just the best. And you guys have the most juiciest stories that end up in you manifesting everything that you want. Because you're all baddies. Okay. He took me out for lunch and he called me 8 times throughout the day just because. He told me he loves me and he couldn't stop kissing me and holding my hand when we were together. My logical mind legit thinks he's fallen and hit his head because the last conversation we had before this was him telling me he doesn't want to speak to me ever again. Yeah, that's what happens when you affirm. Well, guess what, boo? I'm the answer to all your prayers and you can't live without me. Damn, he even just texted me twice while I'm writing this post. I love that. The 3D doesn't mean shit. Do not react. My circumstances before were so shitty and felt like they couldn't be changed. That's because I kept reaffirming the old story. You've got to ignore the fuck out of the 3D and constantly remind yourself that you are God and things only happen in response to the thoughts that you think. Every single person in your reality is acting according to your assumptions about them. You can make anyone behave exactly the way you want. Just change the story and watch the magic happen right in front of your eyes. And I absolutely love that y'all are sharing your success stories and then sharing your advice because you have no idea how much this helps everyone else. Another success story is, I got a high-paying client, a YouTuber. First of all, Rudy Kaminsky, I love you so much. I love you too. You are always changing my life in a span of weeks. My first boyfriend being obsessed with me now, this. I'm doing the follow my happiness and best self-concept and everything is like falling in my lap. This is a funny story because I thought manifestation doesn't work because he wasn't replying for a few days. To start off with the story, when I did first internalize the statement, I got this client and having that fundamental knowledge, and then after, whenever I took naps, I visualized beforehand the picture where he says, congratulations, you got the job. For some reason, the word congratulations gave me a rush of happiness and excitement. This is so powerful. This is you successfully utilizing SATs. The power of affirming and then doing SATs at the same time every single day is just elite. At some point right before a long night's sleep, it impressed my subconscious and I dreamt about me flying all the way to the US and being there on site as he films. Oh my God, like guys, this makes me so inspired to do SATs and fucking affirm. I just love you guys. I love you guys so much. There's doing SATs and then there's doing SATs the right way, and that is properly seeing the image and have it be the last thing that you see. I'm not saying you have to have the feeling like this person did. It will come naturally, and if it doesn't, it's okay. It was meant to happen that way. If it does, that is amazing. That is how it was meant to happen. More times than not though, if you don't try to force it and if you're not resistant and you see that image in your mind, you will naturally, because you're a human and not a robot, have this as a byproduct emotion and feeling of, oh my God, I got the job. Like, I got the job. It feels so amazing. Like, you can't not, you know, but just don't force it. And that's when you know that you're doing it right. He said that he was gonna pick a client by Sunday, and Sunday passed and I was super down because I thought my manifestation didn't work. All the doubts and bad mood the whole day, and I was literally on a low vibrational state. Come Monday night, he says this. I realized that Monday for my country, Philippines, is Sunday for him. But yeah, I'm super happy. I'm literally trying not to cry as I type this. I'm so grateful and happy, and words can't explain how amazing it feels. And this is the thing, like, if you guys have ever experienced a success story, it makes you feel like you are a magician. It makes you feel like you're on top of the world. It makes you feel so limitless. That's why I call my limitless community portal the limitless community portal, because it's not about the success story. Like, when you properly utilize that can be your reality every second of the day. Like, you can just think of one thing and it will literally manifest within days, if not instantly. So that is my goal. Like, I want you guys to feel and know that you are limitless and you can just snap your fingers and get anything that you want. That is the most powerful feeling on this planet, being in the God state and really knowing and then manifesting it instantly, like not being in the state of, am I doing this right? Where is it? But literally thinking it, knowing that you're doing it, confidently doing your techniques, and then within a couple of days, it manifesting. That is where I want all of you guys to be. That is my purpose on this planet. Little SP success story. Fuck the 3D, only you matter. Let me go into a little detail. I went to SP's country last month. Actually, it's 3P's country and SP stays with her. Last time when I went there, I had so many plans with him and it ended up being the worst 1 week of my life. I cried like hell, came back home crying. I even posted here, we'll attach the links in the comment. So after coming back, I was so devastated. As Rita says, I started focusing on what would make me feel happy right now. Yet I couldn't get out of those worst days. That's okay. So I planned to visit another city, mainly on business purpose, but also to explore myself. In this 14 days, I focused only on me. No, that's not true. Even during this, I was having this feeling sometimes that I need to do some meditation, affirmations, blah, blah, blah to get my SP. But it was not my dominant thought. I love the truth. I love that you're being honest with us. I roamed around, met new people, did business, tried new restaurants, new foods, went to a music show. Queen, you are living your best life for real. Got drunk, went on date, even had a one night stand. It was all me. SP used to call me every day, and even during those 14 days, things between us are so complicated in the 3D. There is a 3P, SP and I have such a great bond, but somehow he hasn't conformed yet in the 3D the way that I want. One day he said he needed to do some spiritual detox and he won't call me. At first I was upset. Then I said fuck off and went to a cozy cafe, and guess what? He called me back within 30 minutes and talked for 2 hours. What I did to manifest him? Nothing. So SP and I often told each other we need some intimate time. We always planned but never initiated. And on the 12th, out of the blue, SP called and sent me air tickets to visit him on the 14th. I went there. We had such a great time. We had all those wonderful sessions. We talked. We did it all. He was worshipping me. Apologies for the graphics. He had all those deep conversations. It was damn perfect. Though he promised me it's gonna be an uninterrupted 72 hours, but he got some works with 3P in the middle last day, so I told him I was getting back early, and yes, I did. It wasn't ego, it felt right thing to do. Even this morning, he had the best time. Even this morning, we had the best time and wanted me more. I used to affirm SP shares everything with me, as SP is so much of a private person, and guess what? He actually started to open up more. I used to affirm I'm his first priority, so yesterday when 3P called, he had to go, but he came back ASAP saying I'm his priority now. I know when I'll get full manifestation, 3P won't even exist in 3D, but it was a huge movement. I used to affirm SP pays all the bills, and yes, now he does. I never believed the affirmations. These were all robotic affirmations. I used to affirm whenever I felt down. I know way to go, but these are more than huge movement, and these are also huge successes for which I'm grateful. So when they say SC is key, put yourself on the pedestal because only this gives you the best view. They never lie. That is true. And I'm also manifesting for that 3P to just live her best life and get an even better SP for herself. But yes, you've got this. You can manifest anything and anyone that you want through the power of affirming and affirming only. But in my opinion, SATs, affirming, self-concept are the holy trifecta. Affirm for your manifestation during the day, listen to self-concept in the evening, and then do SATs in the evening too. So you're listening to a self-concept subliminal while doing SATs as well. You just can't fail with those 3 things. Unfolding success story. My interim SP SP.5 has a 3P. That's funny. I don't mind saying it. I don't plan on keeping him. It's just for funsies. I've doubled down on affirming. My autistic ADHD ass can't stay focused on normal robotic affirming. So now I do my 10-minute sessions. Guys, this is crazy. This is a big sign for me personally. And if you're watching this is a sign for you too. I started only doing the 10-minute affirming challenge technique yesterday. And I found it to be so helpful for me. And I haven't even like read these success stories. Like we're reading these together. And oh my goodness, this is the third time someone's like, yes, the 10-minute affirming method is the GOAT. And I couldn't agree more. So now I do my 10-minute sessions typed on the computer, and holy shit, the difference. They stick like glue. That's why I do coaching with y'all, because everyone has a different personality, different things that, you know, they prefer to do, ADHD, whatever. I have not affirmed against the 3P in any way. I'm not threatened by her. I literally do not care about her. She is just an NPC in my world. 4 days into my typed affirmations and really cracking down on discipline and why it's looking like this extremely loyal is about to leave his whole ass wife. Oh, I'm not sorry. Wasn't my intention, but hey, whatever makes it so that we can be together. I ain't complaining. And this just goes to show that circumstances do not matter, just affirm and trust. If you know me, no you don't. Okay, I want to address this. You can manifest anything that you want, but when it's stuff like taking people away from their families, I would just affirm like they are literally getting someone 10 million times better for them. Like this SP was put on this planet for me and vice versa. It's unfortunate that they both made a mistake in marrying each other. They didn't realize that both of them are not suited for each other, but it's amazing that I came into the picture and I showed them that they are both not suited for each other. I am this man's soulmate, not the wife. The wife will find someone that is her soulmate. So actually she should be grateful. But like, yeah, that's the thing, guys. Like we are so freaking powerful that we can manifest anything. And it is my job as well to say to do that in a morally right way, because you are literally the god of your reality. You can literally fuck anyone else's life up. That's the thing. So with great power comes great responsibility. So be aware of that. You can get everything that you want, but make sure that you are doing it in a way where it benefits everyone's highest timeline. Oh, your timeline first, of course. Your shit, everything that you want is first, of course. But then after manifest what it is that you want, just manifest that everyone else that is involved will benefit to their highest timeline too. Because if you're benefiting from your highest timeline, then that means that everyone else is as well. So yeah, that is just my 2 cents. You don't have to do that, but it is my job and my responsibility as an LOA coach to say that. If you don't like that, don't fucking watch and don't fucking subscribe to me. But I've never strayed away from the fact that you are in control of your life. You can manifest anything that you want. There are no blocks or limits. I'm just saying when it comes to stuff like marriages or hurting other people, we are manifesting for ourselves first. Yes, we're prioritizing ourselves. But after that, we are manifesting that their lives are literally so incredible because they don't have this person, or they are not hurt in any way. In fact, they are literally living their best lives. Like, that's all I ask. Because you saw how the last 2 examples, those 2 girls literally took their SPs from the 3P. And that's what we've been trying to tell you all along. You can do anything that you want. morally or immorally. And I will always say, and I don't give a fuck what it costs me, do things morally. Not because you're not gonna get your manifestation if you don't do them morally, but just because you have so much power, you can manifest anything that you want. So manifest for yourself, and then just manifest for the highest outcome of all after the fact too. What does it hurt? You are the God. Be a nice God. You are the one that's in control. You are the one with the power. SP success story. I manifested my long distance ex, now boyfriend, back after 2 days of affirming. Only 2 sessions of 10-minute method. Here we go again with the 10-minute method. I love it. I have a great SC, and I guess it helped me a lot. He is completely changed and is my dream boyfriend now. SC is the best booster, guys. Yes, that is why when you do coaching with me, I will always make sure that you are working on your SC one way or another. The best way of working on SC for me, what worked for me the best, is listening to a self-concept subliminal. More so mine than anyone else's, because I haven't listened to anyone else's, and the one that I made for myself is the one that worked the best for me. I mean, in my espresso subliminal bundle, I do share a self-concept subliminal that you can listen to in the daytime, but I'm talking about daytime. But I'm talking about nighttime, like overnight while you're sleeping, while you're doing sats, to be in the desired reality where you have your specific manifestation. Success story. My SP finally unblocked me from WhatsApp after 1 month and a few weeks. He messaged me on Instagram and on iMessage this morning with an apology. I'm guessing he messaged me on WhatsApp too, but I blocked him right after he blocked me. I realized I had him on the pedestal and began affirming for me. I robotically affirmed for a few days previously, even though I didn't believe it. But I had saturated my mind so much, it felt so real, so I knew it had to happen no matter what. I affirmed that it's always working, even if I believe it or not. And yay, it happened. So guys, please drop the old story and affirm until your subconscious accepts it. You deserve the best. I feel like I don't want to accept him like this because I want the version of him that worships me. Don't accept anything else. And that is what happens when you have a high self-concept. You will just like not give a fuck. You'll be like, okay, I manifested this version of him, but like I know that I can manifest anything that I want, duh. But I'm not accepting anything but the best, because nothing but the best is good enough for me. I included that affirmation in the self-concept subliminal that I listen to every single night, and I recommend for all of you to listen to every single night, because it's just, it makes you manifest everything that you want, because you know that you are the master manifestor of your life and you don't accept anything but the motherfucking best. And by proxy, all of your manifestations come into your reality, period. Success story. I manifested my SP back, period. I took 5 months because I was really angry and wavered a lot, but that did not help. Then I became so exhausted that I needed to step into my power and claim that we get back together, and I did not accept any other options. So affirmed and visualized further and did some steps in the 3D as well towards him. I practiced Ho'oponopono and apologized him in a letter regretting my faults. And that's where the shift happened. He replied with a heartfelt letter and I cried. That was the point I knew this was a big movement in the manifestation and that we were meant to be together. So I affirmed like crazy, and this time I could imagine us happy together again. With that letter sent to him, conversation restarted between us, and the first meetup was magical. The second one was even more magical, and I am curious about what else is possible. Thanks for all your advice. I'm so grateful. Do not ever give up. If you desire something, that desire wants you even more. If you waver, do Ho'oponopono and start affirming again. If they are showing up in your reality again, focus on the positive and you get more of that. Love and light to you all. I wish all your desires come true. I know about Ho'oponopono. I don't necessarily agree with it, but if it's something that is interesting for you, I would recommend Aaron Dowdy on YouTube. Ho'oponopono. Aaron Dowdy is lit. Success story, my method. Okay guys, you need to hear this because I'm shook. You know when Rita tells us to do what feels right for us? Thank you, Rita. You're welcome. Well, thinking about sats and repetition before sleeping, I found a method that felt right for me. I started sending vocal messages to myself via WhatsApp, pretending to tell something to a friend of mine. Ooh, this is interesting. So in the vocal note, I started telling, oh, this and that happened, and tell the things that I want to manifest. So I started telling this friend about my SP apologizing to me after months of ghosting. I did it for some evenings and really not that hopeful, but I kept doing that because why not? And today, out of the blue, SP contacted me and apologized, I swear. Amazing. Granted that now I have no idea of what to tell him, and receiving a heartfelt apology felt so good. It's not like I want to be mean to him, but I really want an apology. I'll keep you updated, but if you struggle to make repetitions before sleep, just know that this might work for you too. Money success stories with robotic affirming. I robotically affirmed I always receive large amounts of money out of the blue effortlessly. Money is the easiest thing for me to manifest. I am rich. I did it for 10 minutes, 3 times a day. That 10-minute manifestation method coming out again. But I only did it for a few days and I kind of felt off, forgot about affirming. First money success story. I've been going through some things and got way behind on rent. I owed over 10K. Last week, I went to speak to my property manager. She said she wants to make an agreement with me where I pay an extra $50 every month toward my balance. I was very happy about this. She gave me the agreement to sign, but the balance on the agreement was way less than the balance was just a few days ago. I told her that's the wrong amount. It should be way more. She looked in the computer and said I received a 10K payment from a government agency giving me rent relief assistance. Girl, that is incredible. Congratulations. Second success story. Today I stepped outside to go to the store, and at the end of my walkway I found a $100 bill. Needless to say, robotic affirming works, and I'm going to get back on doing it more consistently. Let's go, girl. Guys, like, do you realize that you can manifest anything that you want? Like, literally anything that you want. All through picking the techniques that work for you and just keep hammering in on them until it happens, and just ignoring your wavering. That's it. And you, like, do you understand that, like, you get what you want? You literally, in this 3D reality, experience what you want through the power of your own mind. Like, that's fucked up. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, listen to me when I tell you to do stuff, because you'll be a part of these success stories. 3P removal. Success story. I see here many people get obsessed with 3P. They are bothered about removing 3P from relationship. I manifested 3P away in just 2 months. How? At first, I thought I will affirm for the 3P to leave my SP. Then I figured I'm acknowledging the existence of 3P by doing that. That is what I teach all the time. Like, they literally do not exist in your reality. Like, who is that? They don't exist. I simply stopped acknowledging the existence of 3P and kept affirming for our commitment. The moment I stopped giving attention to 3P, they broke up within just 6 days. That's crazy. I got my commitment as well, and now we are married. So guys, the key is acknowledging the unwanted. Do not acknowledge the thing, person you don't want. You can see my previous success stories by clicking on my name. That is amazing. Success story. Manifested SP calling and inviting to his place. This is super easy and just thought transmission, guys. I made a video and you can check it up here. Think it over and over again. Stand firm in what you want and don't give an F about what happens in the 3D. Lock in with your desires, period. Got it done in a week. You can do it too. Stand firm. That is like the best piece of advice. Just affirm and stand firm. That's it. That is a tweet. I'm gonna tweet that right now. Also, if you want to check out my 2 other success story videos, you can do so. They will pop up right here. Just affirm and stand firm. Hey loves, just wanted to share a success story to give you some encouragement. I've actually manifested a few things before, But over the past few weeks, I found myself spiraling a bit. So today, I decided to go back to basics and play with a couple of fun small manifestations just to remind myself of my power. I set 2 simple intentions. That I would see a ladybug, love those. You saw a ladybug right now, period. That my mum would bring me home a specific food. And guess what? I saw several ladybugs today and my mum brought home the exact food I had in mind. And it's not some grand manifestation story, but honestly, sometimes these little wins are exactly what we need to build that inner trust again. Honestly, guys, like, before I got into law of assumption, I was like, I'm not a sheep. I'm not just gonna fucking follow like what is trendy on YouTube. Let me see if this works. And I did it with coffee. I did it with a bunch of other things. And I saw that it fucking worked for me. So like, I wasn't in here in the fucking YouTube comments being like, oh, this doesn't work. Or, oh, these people are bots. I have a high IQ, just like the people in this fucking video. And they test it out for themselves. They celebrate their wins and then they go about manifesting big adult, big boy shit. Like their SPs, businesses, money, houses, traveling, whatever. Like, what do you mean? Be IQ like us. Don't look at the fucking comments unless they are inspiring you. And manifest something small. Try it out for yourself. Like, I'm sick of this, like, manifesting doesn't work, okay? Live your shitty life or fucking try it out for yourself. I don't understand. Whether it's big or small, it's all the same. The only difference is how we perceive it. Our mind tends to put more resistance on bigger things just because we've decided they're harder, but they're not. It's all just you. Your focus, your belief, your power. So don't give up. Keep playing, keep persisting, and keep trusting. You've got this. SP success story. I've been wanting to share my success story for so long. This man went from I can't give you what you want to anything for you. He told me he can't love anyone. He is not capable of feeling loved. No one can make him feel loved. He don't want a relationship at this point. He was truly a tough guy, but I was tougher than him, period. I thought he will never conform, but I kept doing what I was doing because he is not above the law, and no one is above the law, by the way. Now he will move mountains for me. I am so happy. What did I do? Think of yourself as God. If a God came in front of you granting a wish, is he not capable of changing circumstances? No, right? You are God and circumstances don't matter. Brian Scott quantum jump meditation. I looped a scene of us celebrating a 1-year anniversary. I blow candle on cake and he kissed my cheeks. Subliminal. I hope everything get their manifestation. And I hope that everyone gets their manifestation too. SP success story. My SP and I were in no contact for 1 year. He had blocked me on everything. I still saw signs and was like, I wonder if he's coming back. I didn't 100% believe he was coming back, but somehow phrasing my manifestation as a question or a curiosity felt more natural. About 3 months ago, he unblocked me and I saw that he had gotten a new girlfriend who he did everything with that he never did with me. I was so hurt, to say the least. I cried. I felt heartbroken. That's the thing, like, your resistance, your blocks are going to try to trigger you. Do not let them, because they're not real. That is literally just the devil. The devil is a lie. So keep staying in your mind, keep staying in your desired reality, and all of those triggers, things that felt the most real, will dissipate in front of your feet and you will get what you want. You just need to keep persisting. I promise, guys. I'm sending you out that energy right now so you understand exactly what I mean. And then I realized that I had the choice to assign a meaning to it. Sure, I could think I wasn't good enough and this girl was, or I could think he cared about me so much and because he didn't want to mess up like that again, he did it differently with the next person. About a week ago, he followed me and messaged me again. Last night, we went out for a date. This man showed up so differently. I revised the heck out of him and the breakup, but more so as an experiment. I was like, wow, wouldn't it be funny if he didn't remember all the drama in our relationship? Like, Last night, he looked confused when I agreed with him that I missed us, but not the drama. He was like, what drama? That is literally what happens when you manifest. The amount of awkward conversations I've had with Stan, because I would bring something up and he would be like, what do you mean, like that fight never happened? What do you mean this situation never happened? Nothing negative ever happened with us. Like, what are you even talking about? Like, it's because you teleported. It's because you jumped into a new reality, babe. It's because you jumped into a new reality. I had also revised that he would be a gentleman, at least partially, who would pay for me for my meal and open my doors for me. Previously, he never had. After our breakup, I realized how important those things were and that he didn't want to miss out again. So that's why he treated the next girl the way I had wanted to be treated. I also manifested he views me totally different and that I'm embracing my feminine energy. He said I had a totally different vibe to me, that my energy was so soothing to him, and he kept mentioning how much he missed me and us. Long story short, I felt that for me, revising and manifesting was much easier when I acknowledged that I had a doubt, but left the possibility open that my manifestation could come through phrasing it as a question. Wouldn't it be funny if, or I wonder if, hope this helps someone. Yeah, Neville Goddard talked about this all the time. Like, his students would say, like, wouldn't it be wonderful if blah blah blah, or I'm the woman that has it all. Like, he really did talk a lot about like having these umbrella affirmations, or these like soft affirmations where like it would be nice. That was one of his things that he liked. Like, it would be nice if blah 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 blah. It wasn't so like manly, masculine, and like this is gonna happen. It was more like, it would be so nice if this happened, more feminine. Neville Goddard, you queen. And that kind of releases resistance, because your brain's like, oh, I'm not forcing myself to do this. It would just be nice to do this. And because there's grace to this, and because you are so powerful, it's going to manifest anyways. So yeah, that is a good little trick for you if that calls out to you. Hey everyone, I've been wanting to share my success story. I'll try to keep it as short as possible. So we met in September 2020, hit it off right away. Then he went on cold. It would take him weeks to reply to my texts. I felt desperate, Googled how to make someone text you back, and stumbled upon some telepathic communication video. Tried that, it worked. I'm here now into manifesting. Anyways, it didn't fix things between us. He kept with his hot and cold behavior. We weren't seeing face to face until the end of February 2021, when we started going out again. Even slept with him to keep him, the worst decision I've ever made. The end of 2021, he ghosted me and never got back to me. January 2022, I found out he has someone else. I decided I want him back, obsessed with me, crawling back, begging for a second chance, crying, texting me 24/7. Honestly, that was manifesting from the state of lack, need, desperation, self-loathing, and incredibly low self-concept. Of course, things weren't changing on the outside, because things weren't changing on the inside. In the end, I gave up thinking it's BS and that I'm not capable of it. In November of 2022, I got a new job regardless, so I didn't have much time to focus on him. I withdrew my energy from him totally. 2023 came around and he came back with it, lurking on my Instagram stories despite not following me on Instagram. Then 2024 came around. He added me on social media mid-2024, then slid in my DMs with happy birthday. I simply thanked him and moved on. He didn't. He was texting me nonstop, talking to himself in DMs. He texted me on WhatsApp, Viber, Messenger, everywhere he could. Lol. At first it was fun seeing the tables turn. Then it became annoying. So I blocked him everywhere. Now it's 2025. He tends to show up around places I go to. And also the other day I unblocked him because I wanted to do this challenge, me versus man who traumatized me. However, you have to wait 48 hours to block them back on Facebook. Forgot I unblocked him. He sent me a friend request on Facebook today again. Now, honestly, I'm not thrilled by this at all. Sure, he came back to me, and sure, this is a success. If he came back 2 to 3 years ago like this, I'd be over the moon. However, I've changed drastically since then. I don't want him at all anymore. Learn on my mistake and ask yourself twice whether or not you want them obsessed and back with you. Once they come back, they always do, it might not be something you want anymore. Happy manifesting, everyone. That is so true. You are so powerful. You can manifest anyone that you want. So just be mindful. Do you want this specific person, or do you want someone that can come correct and be even better than that person that you're trying to manifest? Also, that is just what happens when you have a high self-concept. You kind of get grossed out by your SP. And then you're like, ew, like, I deserve someone who treats me with respect and is on all fours for me, barking like a motherfucking dog. So this is simply just not enough. Work on your self-concept, guys. I feel the need to tell you guys my success story. I manifested a boyfriend out of thin air. Oh yes, thin air. I started with scripting what type of person I desired. I was very specific about how he looked, acted, and behaved. Everything was written in detail, but then I completely forgot about the script I wrote. I spent most of the time watching romantic K-drama series, and it really wanted me to find a boyfriend who'd love and treat me the same. So whenever I'd watch those romantic series, I'd always affirm, that's my boyfriend and I. Someone loves me the same way this character loves her. Whenever I'd walk in the street going somewhere and I'd see a lovely couple, I'd visualize it as me and the guy I wanted. This, what she's doing, is so powerful. I highly recommend this. Like anytime you're scrolling on TikTok, oh, that's me and my SP. Anytime you see someone in real life and it kind of triggers you, oh no, actually that's me and my SP. Anytime you think about your SP, oh yeah, me and my SP are literally in a perfect relationship together. Use your circumstances and your mind as an alarm clock to manifest who you want by means of affirmations or whatever else you want to do. I was so delusional about the relationship between me and the person I desired. Meanwhile, I had a crush on someone for a whole 2 years. I tried manifesting my crush, but it was a complete train wreck. I suddenly got the courage to confess my feelings to my crush, and he rejected me. The following week, a handsome man texted me on Facebook. I thought he was a catfish, so I got his number and we video called, and he was the actual person. Without and waste of time, we fell for each other and started dating immediately. Our relationship, I'm laughing because literally that is what happens when you manifest correctly, like this person did. The following week, a handsome man texted me on Facebook, and I thought it was a catfish. Our relationship had been online at first, but then we met after 3 months, and he's the most wonderful person to me. He's obsessed with me in the cutest way possible. One day I came across the script I wrote, and I was surprised how he fits the description I wrote, like everything. It's still unbelievable to me how I manifested the person of my dreams. We've been dating for 7 months now. Best relationship of my life. LOA works, trust me. Trust me, I repeat, you can do it. Okay, so me and my sis was pranking my old crush. We knew him since childhood, anonymous, pranking him, being psychic just for fun. Then we stopped. Then after an hour, he texted me on Insta saying he wants to talk again. And as you can see the images, he said sorry again for misunderstanding. That is such cousin activities. Like, that is so funny. If you guys have cousins, like close cousins, if you know what I mean by that. He told me he doesn't see a future with me because of our age gap, but as you can see in the image, he said he sees a future. He feels like home and all that, and he shared our photo saying I miss us. And he told me it's okay if you want space or time to heal. I said I need space and all, and mind you, we just had intention of pranking. I didn't thought he would text me. So I'm currently affirming for my new SP. It's been 3 weeks affirming for me. Once I got a dream, and then initial of ours is a post, and then small nickname 1 week back. So yeah, I'm only using he loves me and listening to the sub Oh, high frequency guru, extreme love spell, and SC. That's good. Love that. I didn't expect my old crush saying all of this. I wanted to hear from my new SP. Well, now you know that it works, sis, so do it on your SP. I have a SP manifestation success story that I thought if I shared would help motivate and inspire those who need it. Just want to put it out there. The fastest way I manifest is when I solely focus on my own mental health and own physical well-being. I have to be my best for my best. This is just the way I do it. I've also manifested in many different ways, but this works the best and fast for me. When I first met my SP, there were many obstacles for us not to be together. It seemed impossible because of the circumstances, but what I did was ignore all of that and had a deep belief that we would be good together anyways. I didn't focus too much on him and did things instead that made me feel good about myself, like self-care nights, working out, getting a Starbucks drink, stuff like that. When I would go shopping, I'd put my intentions on them too. Like, I bought this new shirt that I know my SP will like, or my SP really likes this lipstick. I talked to myself like we were already together. I'd also listen to a lot of music that just put my spirits up in general. The trick was to do it for me and did things that made me feel uplifted. I didn't really focus too much on him or what he was doing at the time. I just knew that I would see him again and we would be together. It took about a month for us to be together in the 3D. And what's important is that in my mind, we were together the whole time. I did think about him every day during this time, but it wasn't in a way where I thought it was impossible for us to be together. I thought about all the good things in him. I thought about how handsome he was. I thought about him like he's mine already. Anyways, we've been together for about 8 months now. We got a house together and 2 cats. Same sis, period. I'm working on manifesting our first doggo. If you have any questions, let me know. I would love to answer them. That is incredible. So that girl literally just focused on her self-concept, which you can do. That's the thing. There's like not one specific way of manifesting anything. It's like just what works for you. Some people are so anxious, they literally can't just keep affirming because it's so boring that they will go back to their anxious state of mind. I've been there. So if you just focus on yourself and self-love, if that works for you, that will manifest your SP. If you want to just focus on following your happiness, which I talk about, which is something that helps when you have like really high anxiety, that will work too. It's not just one size fits all. That is what I always preach about on this channel, and that's why people are like, oh my god, why does she talk about sats and then she talks about affirmations, like, and then she talks about this technique and she just wants views. Like, no, I understand that each person is different. People have high severe anxiety, and just telling them to affirm is not going to work for them. Some people literally cannot visualize or cannot decide that they have their thing, so I tell them to affirm. Like, it's different case by case. That's why coaching is so important. But at the same time, you can gauge within yourself what feels the best for you and then be consistent with that, and it will manifest. As long as your dominant thoughts are, I have this manifestation, it will manifest. A fun SP, non-SP success story that taught me why I should never forget about focusing on self-love. Around a year ago, I made a list. I included the traits of a dream man who was totally my type that I'd consider to be my dream partner. I imagined stories with him for fun. Around 1 to 2 months later, a guy messaged me on one of the social media sites. I was bored, so I replied. Then it turned out we had so much in common, it was crazy. After some time, I realized he fits the description in 98%. The remaining 2% was something totally silly that was actually appealing in his case. We ended up being great friends and we were getting closer and closer. But since my beliefs about men, people, love, etc. were far from great and my control around it was limited, I started feeling it was just too good to be true. That's when you should work on your self-concept. And the guy reflected it. At one point, I realized he was getting distant. I eventually found out he met someone else and that they were traveling together, spending a lot of time as a couple, and made some big travel plans too. Then I remembered I was the one who created it. I was so calm from then on because I knew he'd be back and he was supposed to be in love with me. I focused on self-concept, calming my nervous system. I started enjoying my practice as much as I didn't prioritize the SP anymore. In the meantime, other cool guys started approaching me. It never happened in the past. All I had to do was follow some routine on focusing on the state of self-love and feeling like the prize everyone has to fight for. I sometimes thought of the guy, he wasn't my main focus anymore. Then one day he sent me a voice note. I was so busy, I took a few days to open it. He said how he kept thinking about me, how he'd love to spend time with me the way we used to before. I checked his social media and the lady he was with completely gone from everywhere. It happened within a few weeks. Now he's even better than before. I'm optimistic about the future and I'm not fixated on the outcomes anymore. I love that so much. Success story with an SP. So back around December time, I was talking to this guy, let's call him Ethan. I love that name. Anyway, fast forward a few months and I started dating his friend, let's say Ryan. I didn't want it to be awkward between me and Ethan since I was dating his friend. So I used to affirm robotically on my walk to the train station every day. I can't remember the exact affirmation, but it was something like, me and Ethan are great friends, we always hang out. So a few weeks ago, me and Ryan stopped dating due to no bad reason, but only now I've realized that me and Ethan have become really good friends and see each other around college a lot, which would normally be really random because our friend groups don't mix at all. We often get the train together and I see him a lot around a college campus. We also message a lot as friends, of course. I forgot that I affirmed for it, but it makes so much sense now. I usually have always focused on manifesting relationships, but it's great to know I've manifested a new friend too. Guys, it really works. Don't give up. Just affirm for your shit. Mishka and I really just want you to know that you should just affirm for your shit. Success story, everyone. I have been working on my self-concept and manifesting SP ever since he ended things last year. Parenthesis, because that's not part of my reality anymore. Period, queen. I love that. During the first few months, I was desperate, extremely so. Constantly looking for results in the 3D, not trusting for things to go my way without feeling the need to control everything, etc. If I didn't see results in the 3D, I would go crazy. After a while, I focused on just self-concept. I would still manifest SP here and there with simple affirmations like SP is obsessed with me or SP is in love with me. And honestly, that does work if you're super resistant on your SP, to just focus on self-concept because you put more focus and attention on yourself versus your SP. During April of this year, I kept telling my friend that I had a feeling that he would come back soon. In reality, I was already acting as if we were together. And not so long after that, he added me on Instagram. I'm pretty sure I posted here asking for advice on how to get him to reach out. I just kept affirming whenever I could and ignoring whatever the 3D showed me. Lo and behold, he responded to one of my stories and said that he would like to see me again someday if I was up for it. The screenshots are in Spanish, and that's what it basically says. Point is, don't give up on your manifestations. Remember, you're the master of your own reality. Rita's videos helped me so much in keeping that mindset and perspective. I'll always manifest. Hermosa. I love that. My health success stories. 2 to 3 days ago, my health deteriorated a lot and even medicines were not working. Then I affirmed for 5 minutes that, thank you, universe, I am healthy. When I woke up the next day, I was feeling better, and by the evening, I was completely fine. Note, make sure when you affirm any affirmations, put all your faith and belief in it. That is very powerful. That is why I like the 10-minute method, because in the morning, afternoon, and evening, you can put all of your faith behind it, but then throughout the entire day, you're just robotically affirming, and then in the evening, you're doing your sats. SP plus SC success story. A few weeks ago, I affirmed that my SP would give me a forehead kiss whenever we met. I completely forgot about it later as I shifted my focus to manifesting getting back together with him. Last night, I did a 10-minute rampage while looking at his photo, followed by a 10-minute self-concept rampage. The next morning, I woke up to a message from him asking to meet up. We had originally planned to meet before his exams, but that didn't happen since he was busy studying. His exams were scheduled to start today, so I told him we could meet afterward. But to my surprise, he texted saying his exam was starting at 2 p.m, so we had time to hang out before that. We met, and as I was about to leave, he gave me a forehead kiss. Girl, when you get a forehead kiss, you know that it's over. Meaning it's over for him. Like, he will literally be by your heel like a motherfucking dog, chained to a motherfucking collar until the day that he breathes his last breath. Wow, a forehead kiss? That's crazy. I was honestly in shock and so emotional. Self-concept wins. Found a 500, I think that's rupiah. Is that rupiah? 500 rupiah note in an old pair of pants. My driving school instructor was really impressed with me today. You gotta always celebrate the wins, every single win. Got to eat my favorite snacks. Everything is aligning perfectly. So never give up, guys. Persist, persist, persist. Hey guys, I finally have an SP success story after no contact for 6 months. I did Sammy's 10K challenge and affirmed for a month and got to 12,506 affirmations. That's crazy. And my SP finally came back today. Congratulations. These few days, I had an urge to reach out to him even though we were in no contact. So I asked my manifesting bestie if I should, as I was so nervous. It's been 6 months and she told me to text him. So I did, and yeah, now I have my baby back. All I can say is keep affirming, because no matter how I felt, even on my sad crying days where I missed him and wanted to give up, I didn't. In fact, I was so close that I had the urge to contact him for like 2 days. Keep going and don't give up. I'm so happy right now. Yes, that's what happens when you affirm. Small SP success story. My SP and I were good after not talking for a year, until he randomly unfollowed me on all socials last October unexpectedly. This time around, I knew it was me who created this thinking about the worst possible what ifs and quickly changed my mindset. I started doing meditations again, working out again, basically doing things for me because your self-concept was up. I find affirmations help for me because my brain gets it, then somehow it manifests into the 3D. Find what works for you and then quadruple it. I found that sats worked for me. So I should quadruple that. You should quadruple what works for you. I knew without a doubt there will be movement. It will happen and somehow we'll come back together, so I wasn't worried. Why do I feel so loved by him? Why does he keep talking to me? Why does he care so much? I found my mutual friends. He was talking about me a lot and bringing up my name in conversations. If I say so myself, that's movement. Always think you're already in the end. In the end, we're better than ever. And in a relationship, yeah. You always have to think and affirm from the end. And if you don't have time, you're robotically affirming. And then when you're doing your 10-minute method, in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening, you are living in the end from your affirmations. Hello, I think that this may help a lot of you. I'm not going to talk much about the old story. I just want to say that my SP and I are in a long distance relationship and we were in NC for almost 6 months since November last year. I was blocked from everywhere. I felt like I had lost him forever. I started affirming to bring him back. I admit I was wavering a lot. I was constantly changing my affirmations and it made me spiral. In about a month, December, I manifested a text from him, although they weren't the words I wanted to hear. I kept persisting and days later I was unblocked. I continued affirming to get in contact with my SP. I wasn't seeing movement, so I started affirming and focusing on my SC, self-concept. So in February, I got a request on Instagram from him. I found he spied my TikTok profile and he texted me, interested to see how I was doing. I replied, but no response from him. So my family has decided to spend a vacation in his country. I was thinking hard if I should let him know I'd be going to his country. I thought it's never wrong to take the first step. So I let him know. He took it very well. He asked me for the details so he could plan things out and meet up. This Saturday, he just sent me a text telling me that if we're going to meet, it's because he wants to be with me and wants something meaningful and timeless, not a friendship. We are 2 months away from finally meeting up and spending wonderful moments together. Persist, guys, there's always movement. Yeah, like literally. Why would you not affirm when you know that you're going to get your shit? And like, even if you waver and it doesn't come in the way that you want it to be, it's still going to come, like, because of all of the success stories that you've heard. So just fucking affirm. Like, are you dumb or are you stupid? Like, it's literally you getting your manifestation, the thing that you can't sleep about, the thing that holds your mind, that thought literally lives rent-free in your mind all day, every day, non-stop. Like, it's going to literally come to you. It doesn't have to be affirming, it doesn't have to be deciding. It can be whatever you want, but you just have to persist in that. I recommend affirming for all of my clients because it is the least resistant thing. Like, it's hard to just say decide to people. So yeah. Hey guys, it's a success story about appearance change or healing a piercing bump. If anyone here got a nose piercing, then they know that sleeping on it might cause a bump. They are often not painful, but can cause pain if popped. I used to get a bump a lot after a few weeks of getting the piercing. Every time I got it, it would take a lot of time to heal. I would have to pop it every time so that it could at least heal itself. But after a few days, it would just regrow again on the same place. Being worried about it, I went to a sister-in-law of mine. She said that her bumps healed only after applying some ointment, but I didn't want to bother buying one. So a few months ago, I decided to cancel it permanently. I affirmed that I'd never get a piercing bump no matter what. Here I am, it's been a few months and there are no signs of bumps in my nose. Persist, besties, you got this. Literally, we are the fucking chosen ones, and the fact, like, it's just embarrassing that you know about this and you don't apply it in your own real life, even though you were the one that was chosen. Like, quit embarrassing yourself, quit embarrassing God. You were fucking chosen. It's like fucking Moses being like, oh yeah, God appeared to me in a fucking bush, but I'm not going to heed the words that he has said because I doubt in myself. Like, you are the fucking chosen one. Like, act like it. Utilize the shit that has been given to you, the support that has been given to you, and then fucking affirm your life away, like, and get the shit that you want. What the fuck? Like, honestly, what the fuck? Hello, I'm new here. I'm 21 from Vietnam, and I have successfully manifested my SP after a so-called breakup. I used robotic affirmation sets, journaling, and listened to Rita's subliminals. So a little bit of context, I found that my boyfriend was hiding some unfavorable things, not necessarily cheating, but something that really broke my trust. We had a really bad fight that resulted in him saying he'd break up with me, deleting my nicknames, changing the chat theme, and so on. Honestly, I was so devastated that I spent most of my time spiraling, thinking that he left me for another girl and stuff. But then I remembered I could manifest, and I had Rita. So I binged all of her videos and decided to robotically affirm, as well as ignoring the 3D. My affirmations were, my boyfriend is loyal and deeply in love with me, and he's contacting me first to apologize. At first, things were really stagnant and I started doubting myself, but then I kept going and did sats simultaneously. Yesterday, I had a little self-talk. I tried to say nice things to myself and encourage myself. I then decided that night that he would contact me first. Yes. I had this tingling feeling. Oh my God. The tingling feeling. Sounds sus, but that is the thing, the badge that made me really know that my manifestation was coming. That tingling feeling. Like, it's just like this exciting, like, like it's coming, like it's here, like I'm so excited. It's literally coming less than in 3 days or like 7 days, but I'm not even gonna count because I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm just living my best life and it's gonna come anyways. Like, literally, that is the vibe, that tingling feeling. I had this tingling feeling that it would manifest right that night, and guess what? He actually did. If you have that tingling feeling, you are very close to a manifestation. He texted me first, apologizing and asking me to come over to his place to spend the night with him, and eventually made peace again, and I was on cloud 9. The whole process only took 2 days. At sleeping intervals, I'd listen to Rita's subliminals. I have to admit, she makes really good subliminals. Thank you. I listened to her get a text call overnight sub. I hope it helps you too. Other than this, specifically, I have also manifested many other things using several different methods, which I might talk about later. In conclusion, I just wanted to write this to express my gratitude to Rita. She helped me so well as sharing my success story with you, and to empower and encourage you your manifesting journey. Don't doubt yourself. Even if you do, the law really does work. You get to decide, even if the 3D is the most unfavorable at that moment. Keep going. I cannot add anything else to that because that was absolutely perfect. Success story. I don't have any pictures. It manifested so fast that even I am surprised with my power now. I've always had good clear skin, but these days my face has some pimples, lots on my cheeks and my forehead. So yesterday I took a shower and I had a skincare time and kept saying, my face is so beautiful and clear. I have clear skin. Even though I was looking in the mirror and seeing the opposite of it. I carried on with my day, went to bed and woke up now, looked at the mirror and my face was so clear. That was very fast. I loved it. Period. Money manifestation success stories. I know a lot of you want to manifest money, so I thought I would share this with you. A few months ago, my company said we're gonna get raises this fall. I was thinking about the money I wanted to get and I was like, it would be so nice to have this amount of money. Usually money is not my priority and not the first thing on my list of manifestations, but it was fun to play with the thought. I even have a magical box. I put things or write things in it, things I want to manifest, and I wrote down the amount and put it in the box. It was back in August. And then I kind of let it go. I mean, I didn't focus on money. I was more about SP myself. But in the back of my mind, I was thinking about it sometimes and I was really feeling good about it. Like Rita said and others used to say, it's already yours. Every day our boss said, how much is the raise? And guess what? It's the exact amount I was desiring. Of course, not everyone got the same amount though. So my point is, it doesn't have to be your main focus to get your desire. Because once you put it in your mind and just go with your life, it's going to come. Yes, I agree. 3D needs to come catching up sometimes. For me, it was almost 6 months to manifest this. This is why some people got their desires faster than others, because they don't worry about it. This is why you should focus on self-concept and your happiness and not worrying about the main goal. I agree. I hope this story gave you a little bit of hope for your money goals. Have a nice day and don't give up. Yeah, I love that idea about putting your manifestation in a little box for the month. That kind of sounds like fun. Hey everyone, here's a long and detailed SP success story. Me and SP had dated in the past and later split up. During this time, we did not have any contact at all, and was when I learned about manifestation. Months later, we go on this group trip, reconnect, and start developing feelings for each other again. We confess them, but SP had a girlfriend, which I had previously manifested when my SC was low. He told me their relationship was not working and that he'd break up with her. But since I did not want to get into that, I told him that we should enter no contact until he figured it all out, was single and ready to start our relationship. 2 months pass and I decide to do a little hair transformation for myself. I posted the results on my story and he quickly replied to it. In my view, this was him breaking NC, definitely. So I went along with it. We kept texting, but he would take some time to reply, which would sometimes leave me bothered. But I do my best to affirm SP is always spamming me and SP and I are in a loving relationship to get back into the state. Long story short, SP was not single and posted a picture with her. I spiraled for a bit and quickly would be affirming and flipping my thoughts. I tried to ignore it as I did not want to react to the 3D, and we kept texting. Him still replying slow. He later deleted the pictures, which made me think they broke up. Nevertheless, SP kept replying later and later, and once apologized for not replying for 3 days and saying he muted my notifications. I had enough. That sounds like you already had a high self-concept because you were not ready to settle for scraps. I texted him asking if him breaking NC was on purpose or if it wasn't, with the intention we had agreed on. He replied that he had forgotten about our agreement, that he texted because my hair transformation was too crazy not to reply to. That's bullshit. It was crazy because he was invested enough in your life. Like, let's not even, like, stop. I was honestly furious and done with the BS, so I didn't reply. He later double texted me saying we shouldn't wait for something we didn't know would happen, that we should move on as he was in a good place with his girlfriend, and if it happens in the future, it will. I genuinely started laughing. I simply replied that I agreed and thanks for the clarification. You are a boss ass bitch. Did you know that? In case you didn't realize, SP wasn't the problem, I was. I loved myself, but my SC self-concept was not strong enough. SP was quickly reflecting me and my thoughts. Previously, I'd do SP visualizations, meditations, and affirmations, and never touched my SC, as I didn't think it would be necessary. Obviously, you shouldn't react to the 3D, but I believed this confrontation was necessary for me to realize I was chasing him. Me? Chase a man? No. Are you Eastern European, by the way? I was focusing on him when I should have been focusing on me. That is not what my highest self would do. I knew that I already had him and would receive my manifestation. Didn't matter what was going on in the 3D. So that's what I did. I started doing SC rampages. I do recommend. It's super fun to listen to. I have a lot on my YouTube channel, meditations, and kept myself busy, and I never checked up on him. It's literally none of my business. I really, really enjoy your mentality. I got back into my gym routine, started journaling again, pursued my favorite hobby, which was YouTube, hanging out with my friends, and partying. What made me happy? That's what I teach all the time. I started using less my phone and social media, which helped to not check up on the 3D. Whenever I'd think of SP, I'd simply say to myself, that man is obsessed with me, or I don't need to think about him, he's already mine, and would go on with my day. If by chance I'd think about SP being in a relationship with a third party, which was rare, I'd be petty and say she cheated on him, that's quite sad, or they're been broken up for a while, it didn't work for them. You don't have to do this, but I generally did not care what would happen to him, as I was pretty detached. Some people won't agree with it, and I totally understand, but it was what worked for the best for me. I never worried about him never reaching out, as I knew it was going to work out for me. I deserve the best of the best. Doesn't matter if it's SP or someone else. I am what I need. That is the mentality that you should have. Funny enough, don't know if it's related, but literally the day I decided to put myself first, to obsess and focus on myself, the weather cleared up. I don't know if that has anything to do with my manifestation. Everything has to do with your manifestation. Previously, it was cloudy, rainy, and thundering. What a fun analogy. Back to the story. What happened? Exactly what we were expecting. SP and 3P party broke up as their relationship had grown weaker. SP worked on himself and became the version I wanted and reached out at the right moment. I agreed meeting him, not feeling excited or nervous, because let's be real, why would I? Exactly. And we reconnected and hit it off again. SP keeps treating me like his top priority, is literally obsessed with me, wanting to see me, showering me with gifts, everything that I deserved. Yet I don't do SP focused techniques because, again, I am what I am obsessed with. I hope this success story gave you hope to keep persisting and not give up. What worked for me might not work for you, so I advise for you to keep trying new things. That is very good advice. It never hurts to change up the routine. I don't agree with that. I think that sticking to one routine is where you are going to get all of your manifestations, because if you keep switching and changing, you're just saying to yourself that you don't have it. Some might not agree with how I did it, and it's acceptable, though it was what works for me and I am not sorry for it. Exactly. And that's what I say all the time to my clients. Like, you have to do what feels the best for you to do, not what Sarah on YouTube says to do, not what Ethan on YouTube says to do. What you feel is the best for you to do. Wish you all the best and that you get everything you deserve. I love our Facebook group. It is seriously so supportive and the best law of assumption group out there. Hey guys, this is a small success story. I have had a lot of struggle manifesting my SP, and he has still not confirmed completely, but I know it's on its way. I wrote a letter to myself from my SP's perspective and completely forgot about it. Some months later, my SP was telling me things that he likes about me, and he mentioned some very, very specific things. I didn't even remember I had written that in my letter, but today I found that letter and realized that he was saying the exact same things. This strengthened my faith that thought transmission works. Duh. I'll keep persisting and post my complete success story soon. I'm so proud of you guys. Hashtag success story SP, sharing my journey that might help someone here. So I manifested my SP back in December 2022. Took me 3.5 months, and previous 15 months were crazy as I was very new to the law. That's okay. We're all learning and growing. But when I understood it correctly and started applying, it was a 360 turn. I got him like completely a new version of him. He was sweet, masculine, provider, a gentleman, and everything. I met his dad in just 2 months and his mum too. He flew me to Dubai and gave me a surprise and proposed at the Burj Khalifa. But you know what all of this I did in my mind eyes before? I'm not even joking. So I think she's saying like she visualized in her mind all of this before it actually happened. When it all came so naturally within 1 year, I couldn't believe my eyes. All I can say is prove it to yourself and you will know, and you can create anything in this life. Literally, like, okay. To all of the people that look at my YouTube videos and are like, the success stories are bots under my subliminals, like, this is just a coincidence. This isn't real. This is bullshit. Like, you're just making this up, or it just coincided in a way where it suits your narrative. Like, I'm just trying to see how it looks like to someone who is a non-believer. Test it out for yourself. If you really put in the time, you invested your precious time to comment under my video or anyone else's law of assumption video to say that the law of assumption doesn't work, if you have enough time and energy to do that, you have enough time and energy to prove us all wrong and really do this for yourself. And if you really do this for yourself and you just, let's make it as simple as possible, you affirm nonstop one thing that you want. Like, let's say you want money, like you want to make $1,000 a day. Give yourself 7 days and just affirm as much as possible throughout the day and evening, I make $1,000 a day. Please, in the comments down below, be a man, be a woman, and, you know, show up to your word and tell me, did it work, did it not work? You cannot believe, you can feel like shit, you can doubt, you can just do anything that you want as long as you are, but you have to affirm as much as possible all day, every day, all night, every night. That's the catch for 7 days. And really just try it if you're a non-believer, and you can tell me in the comments down below, like, Rita, I am a man of my word, I am a woman of my word, I did affirm and it didn't work. Maybe then I'll listen to you. But if you have not done that, shut the fuck up. I want you to really live your best life, even if you're a non-believer, even if you shut on my channel. Like, it would mean a lot to me. I don't care what you say about law of assumption. It sucks that you like spray your hatred and your doubts to other people who just want to learn, who just want to have like their best life. But like, at the end of the day, I'm a coach and I want everyone to succeed and I want everyone to feel like they're limitless. So like, genuinely, it's not for me to prove a point. I want you to truly just do this. Like, just affirm, I make $1,000 a day for 7 days. But you have to be like consistent with it and then tell me how it went. Because I promise you, every single person who was a doubter who actually did this, like they do their reps in the gym, they will make $1,000 a day. On my fucking mother. I'm so fucking serious. SP success story. Old story, we broke up because of long distance. I've been robotically affirming for a few days and now my SP contacts me every single day, and we had a deep convo the other night where he said things like he needs me in his future and he loves me so much. He even said that he will never be over me and that no one else compares to me, and that if we don't get back together in the future, he will be looking for my substitute for his whole life. Ain't that an affirmation? We also FaceTimed a bit and he kept on saying how beautiful I am and cried because he missed me so much. I'm so powerful. Now, I'm manifesting for us to fully get back together, which I am sure will happen so soon because I'm a master manifestor and he is madly in love with me. Yes, Keep affirming, and it will be your reality. Age reversal success story. I affirmed my age from 18 to 15. I started on the 24th of December. Old story. I'm 18, born 2002. My past was horrible to say the least. I spent my whole youth depressed and abused and anxious, especially the last 3 years. So I didn't enjoy it whatsoever. I wanted to relive it and enjoy it. Maybe you will ask yourself why someone would want that. But the last 3 years were very traumatic. Yes, I could revise that, but I prefer going back and reliving them. Affirmations. On the 24th of December, I affirmed sporadically. Sometimes 3 times a day and sometimes the whole day long. I mostly rambled, but these were my main affirmations. I am 15 years old. I am so young. My body and mind are 15 years old. I was born 15 years ago. I am underage. Time isn't linear. I decide how old I am. Everything is possible. I am the god of my reality. I affirm also other stuff about looks, friendships, self-concept. My mother tongue is German, but I affirmed in English. Results. 26th of December, I started looking a bit younger. My face looks rounder. 27th of December, my sunspot that I got when I was around 16 or 17 went away. My hair got noticeably shorter from my lower back to mid-back. It was very short than now when I was 15. I'm going to manifest it back. My own mother started treating me like I'm 15 again. She asked me for my phone before I went to bed. Last time she did it, it was when I was around 14. 28th of December, I stayed at home and a 16-year-old guy texted me to ask me out. Never was asked out by someone younger than me, and we don't believe in coincidences over here. My parents treated me differently and expected me to eat at the table with them, and was surprised that I didn't want to eat at the table with them. We usually don't eat together anymore. Today, 29th of December, I had to pick up a package from DHL, and they didn't give it to me because I wasn't accompanied by someone of age. My success story. I started manifesting my SP about a month and a half ago, and now he's back just how I imagined. I'm not gonna lie, I had my doubts. That's normal, that's fine, that's human. I got frustrated every now and then, but I still continued to affirm and persist no matter what and change my doubts immediately. I also worked on my self-concept so much. Circumstances truly do not matter. This man had me blocked on everything, and now he can't stop saying how much he missed me and wants to be with me. I was manifesting him to want to be in a relationship with me, considering we were just friends with benefits. He had blocked me because he didn't want one, and now we're talking, and I just seen him last night. When I was really doubting, I wanted to prove to myself that manifestation really is real. So I told myself a few days prior, before he came back, that I was going to hear someone say the word rose and low, and behold, right before going to bed, I heard it. Another way I wanted to prove it to myself was by saying I was going to see a pink car. I love pink cars, so cute. And then I did. As soon as I saw that I knew it was coming, I went to go park, and boom, he texted me out of nowhere. I wanted to share this to hopefully give some hope to whoever needs it. I'm laughing because my rag doll has zoomies and she's just zooming away. I wanted to share this to hopefully give some hope to whoever needs this and to not give up, because manifestation is real and circumstances don't matter. Y'all got this. SP success story, no contact. Hello guys, it's finally my turn to share my story. No matter how bad and hopeless the situation is, just don't give up and persist. My situation was I dated my SP for a couple of months. We were so matched. Everything was wonderful until my SP got a job promotion and he had to move on to another state, which is very far away from where we live now. He told me it's over, even didn't show up at the last date he planned. Fuck him. And he said we should not meet again. That's literally just reflecting back your fears and your thoughts. I don't need you anymore. I don't want to meet you. Then he unfollowed my Insta and never replied to my messages. Can I just say, he can literally be like, actually, I am into the opposite sex and you are repulsive to me. And if you concentrate on your affirmations, it will come, because that's what the law of assumption is. This was totally fucked up my feelings and broke me. I understand. I was extremely desperate for like 2 weeks. Then I decided to do the work and trust the universe, because I didn't find any way to heal myself after that. I was definitely wavering sometime, but I just wanted to try it. I started to do visualization every night, integrated myself into the happy feeling, feel the joy when SP came back to me, keep repeating the same positive scene in my head. I did the affirmation for 3 times before I slept. Very typical SP affirmation, like SP is obsessed with me. SP regrets leaving me. Everything will work out for me. Something like that. I also kept the strict mental diet, watching a bunch of LOA videos and books. I watched Rita's videos. These videos cheered me up. Don't listen to what other people said. Totally ignore what happened to the 3D, even though there was no movement in the 3D. I always enjoyed myself, loved myself, spending time with my friends, and did a lot of exciting plans for myself. I lived in the end like I already have him. Feel good. Give up on time, emergency, and trust. After 2 months of literally no contact, my SP sent me the message that I don't have to move anymore. I will stay here and I want to manifest you when you have free time. And he requested to follow my Insta back. Like, question mark, question mark, question mark. So different with what he said to me before. I have no clue why he suddenly doesn't need to move. I don't know. Literally, it's not up to you to figure it out. It's up to you to just continually affirm, and then you will get your manifestation, whether it's logical or illogical. So don't give up and do the works. If you are heartbroken, heal yourself first, then start to do the works and keep the mental diet. You have the power. Just need to trust the universe, trust the law and yourself. If someone is important to you, don't give up. Just decide what you want to and live in the end. Don't give a fuck about 3D. Just shut up and do the work. Period. I hope my experience can boost you up. You deserve the world. You will get what you want. Crazy SP removal success story. Long story, please bear with me. So this is for indecisive, anxious 3D checkers like me. Who has not been there? Every single person has been there. So as it starts, of course, is thinking and assuming negative, undesired things that you start worrying. So you go to check the 3D and oh, you've created 3P. Good job. Exactly what you wanted. Anyways, I had that done multiple times and gotten rid of them by ignoring them, period. But there was 2 that kind of triggered me a bit more, so they stuck around longer, of course. At first, I would spiral for a couple of weeks and only flip thoughts affirmed a little bit during time, which is embarrassing considering I've understood LOA since 2020. That's okay. That's fine. Like, it doesn't matter if you know about law of assumption for the past 100 years. The present moment is the only thing that matters. And you sticking to your rules, which is affirming, sticking to the script, and ignoring the 3D, and that's it. So the past doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how long you've known about law of assumption. It just matters what you're doing now. So stay in tune with that, stay on track with that. Of course, I did trust that they don't exist, which I believed helped me the most, but still, when I spiraled, I say things like, no, he can't stand them, vice versa. That's not happening in my reality because I said so, etc. Very authoritative things, and made spirals go away, easier to deal with. And soon enough, I felt calmer, and things in the 3D started confirming to my affirmations. They stopped interacting with each other on social media. And if I saw something I didn't like, I would say that it's not happening in my reality. Usually whatever happened would be deleted later on. But anyways, here's the big story. After a couple of days of being consistent in the new state, both of the SPs started posting stories aimed at SP. You know how us petty women are. And they joined forces. They followed each other on social media and supporting each other on the posts they made about him. Their posts are saying stuff like, he won't ever hear from me again, which makes me feel good knowing they won't be back to bother mine and SP's relationship ever again. I do feel bad because he's now got 2 girls coming for his throat, but they're both long distance from him and his mind, so they couldn't do much. If people would like to know the AFs I used regarding this non-existential creatures, I love that word, non-existential creatures. Instead of 3P, it's non-existential creatures. I'm happy to share. That's why you join my Rita Kaminsky's LOA Baddies Facebook group, which is linked in the description box down below. My Laurie Kid approves. Crazy success story manifesting my celebrity. So I was watching TV with a friend and I saw him for the first time. I turned to her and said, would it be cool if I met him? She laughed and replied, oh honey, no way. He lives in Milan. We'll never run into him here. And around Christmas time, I had a funny moment where I made eye contact with someone who looked incredibly similar to him. I got so excited for a second, but it wasn't him. Bad copy, BBL. Then 2 days ago, something incredible happened. I was sitting at a bar and guess who walked in? It was actually him. I waited until he was on his way out and I approached him. We ended up talking for a while and it was amazing. I was still so happy about it. You want it, you got it, period. Yes. Literally, like, it doesn't matter what the fuck your friends say. Like, I would recommend not telling your friends a single damn thing because you're just going to be listening to whatever the hell they believe, and like, who the fuck cares what they believe? They're going to be living their own shitty reality, whereas you, if you believe in law of assumption, you're going to live your best fucking life. So like, just ignore everyone but your mind, period. Keep affirming what it is that you want. Okay, I'm gonna leave it from here just because my mic is flashing that I need to charge it, and I think this is like been a very long video, but if you do like these success stories, let me know, because I only went like halfway to the success stories that I gathered just from like 6 months of 2025 alone, like the end of 2025. So I will only share the next success stories if you say anything in the comments in this video. If this video is like 2 hours long, the next video will be 2 hours long, but just let me know if you want that video in the comments. Like, I read every single comment. And if not, I just won't, because this is a lot of work, but I know that like it inspired me. Like, I'm inspired right now. Like, right now I'm going to manifest and then edit this video. Like, manifest, affirm, and you will get it. That's it, period. So look forward to the next success stories, and these are real people. If you want to follow it in real time, follow our LOA Baddies Success Stories LOA Facebook group. It's linked in the description box down below. And also book one-on-one coaching with me or VIP coaching with me, depending on how much you want to commit to your manifestation. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone.